Okay, so we're actually recording. I hope everyone at home can hear us. Can everyone at home hear us? Hello, everyone at home. We have about 6 people. Let me unmute some people here at home. Can anyone at home hear us? You can speak out loud. We need to hear, make sure you can hear us. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so it's very light. You're speaking very lightly, but that's okay. On the screen, can everyone bring out their phones? At home, bring out your mobile phones. And everybody in the room, can you bring out your mobile phones? And what we want to do is have everybody go to the App Store and search for ICIWorld. If everyone can search for ICIWorld, we're going to make sure that you install the app on your phone. And there's the instructions for the app on the screen. Okay? That's the instructions for the app on the screen.
We have already downloaded it last time.
Okay, very good. Can you open it up to this and show it to me? Has everyone got it? You got it? How about these gentlemen here? You've got it? No, you're getting it? ICIWorld, you've got it? Very good. You got it? Yes, sir?
ICIWorld.com.
You got it? Okay. Now you'll see on the screen, there it is up there on the screen. And the same thing with the people at home. You go to the App Store and you search for ICIWorld. Now we're going to do 2 searches on here. And you can see how you can connect with other people to make money just like this. Within a matter of a minute, you can make a connection, go show the property, and make $20,000. That's how fast what I'm about to show you. And for the purposes of demonstration, you want to use commercial or residential? Residential. Some people here, we're going to do residential first. And down at the bottom, you'll see that there's 3 choices. There's commercial, there's business opportunities, there's residential, there's FSBOs, and there's more. There's actually 5 choices. The third one is residential. Everybody click on residential. And within 1 second, you have a form come on the screen, just like what you see on the screen here. Now, at the very top, you'll see that you can choose the location. Let's choose Canada. Everybody at home, same thing. Choose Canada with your mobile phone. And then directly under it, you need to choose Ontario. And do not go ahead of me. Stay with me. Do not go ahead of me for purposes of this exercise, please. And then the third choice, let's go to Greater Toronto Area and choose that. And I'm going to ask that you do not choose a city. We want to stay with Greater Toronto for this exercise to make sure we're all on the same page. Now, if you go all the way to the bottom of the form, you'll see something called Search Database. Please click on Search Database and tell me how many you get. There should be a number at the top. How many got 172? You got 239? Maybe you didn't choose Greater Toronto Area. So double check Canada, Ontario, and Greater Toronto. Everybody else got 172?
Yeah.
Everyone. Okay, so for one, same thing at home, you should have 172 such as you see on the screen. Now you'll see the very first listing. You got it? Okay, the very first listing, click on it right now. Click on it. The first listing, and what is the date?
January 13th.
When's that? That's today. So you can see that there's new haves and wants. So this particular seminar that we are conducting literally may be the coldest day of the year, 30 degrees below zero on January the 30th, 2019. Anyone listening to this video in the future, because we're going to be recording it, we're going to put it on YouTube. And if you go to ICIWorld.tv, everyone can write that down. It becomes a resource for you to learn how to network real estate information. You can go to ICIWorld.tv and you will see the recordings of this seminar, other real estate offices in the industry, real estate associations, real estate boards, and different offices, even investors clubs, investment groups, right from Florida to Ontario. They're all recorded there in ICIWorld.tv. So this particular app is connecting everyone in the world. And we're going to explain something special about this app, how it can really make you money. See if you can hit the back button once, and you're going to go back to the choices down at the bottom. The people that have an iPhone, you might go all the way back out and then you have to come back in again. This time I would like to go to commercial. How many people would like to go do commercial here? Anybody? Got some people for commercial? How many people want to do commercial? Okay, lots of people want to do commercial. So click on commercial now. And what's really good about this is, let's go to the first one that says keyword. I'd like you to click on keyword, and you're going to see all kinds of wonderful choices come up for different kinds of businesses. So if you talk to the owner of a restaurant, if you ever said to a restaurant owner, if I could bring you in the price you want, would you consider selling your restaurant? What do you think that restaurant owner might say?
Wonderful.
There you go. That is an opportunity now, people, to do some business. But you're not going to be able to put that on the real estate board because he doesn't want to sign a listing. He doesn't want to let people know that his business is for sale. But there's a way that you can put it on ICI World, because this is an information service which gives you lots more chances to make money. As of today, you are no longer restricted to making money with just the real estate board. The real estate boards are the backbone of our industry. No question about it. I personally have served on MLS committees. I've been a broker for over 40 years. It's the best if you can get a signed listing. How many people in this room or at home have more than 5 listings on a real estate board right now? 4, 3. I got one with 3. 2. We got one with 2. 1, 0. So in other words, if you do not have any listings, would you agree or disagree that you're basically out of business at the moment trying to get listings? Okay. After today, that should not be the case. Because if I went around the room and I asked people, do you know of someone that might be selling their property in 1, 2, 3 months? Does anybody know of a property coming for sale in the next 1, 2, or 3 months? Anybody at all? We have a few hands go up here in the room. And I'm going to ask this gentleman at the back, can you give me an idea what you have coming for sale, you think? What is it?
It's a semi-detached home.
Semi-detached home in what city?
Brampton.
In Brampton. Approximately how much money?
I would say people 700,000.
So say 700,000. And when do you think you might be getting it?
April.
In April?
Yeah.
So theoretically, you know about an opportunity coming for sale in April, a semi-detached home. But nobody else knows about it until now. So really, when you think about it, that was a secret. And guess what? There's a lot of secret agents in this room, at home, listening into this telecast, the video. There's lots of secret, I call them secret agents. I make fun, but I'm one of them. I'm an agent. This is my business family. We are all one big business family in real estate here. And if you know about a piece of information and you don't get it out on the internet properly, in compliance with RICO, today's session is going to teach you how to work information in compliance with RICO. I'm suggesting every single one of you, because you talk to people and you know people, every one of you can have at least 15 opportunities on the internet. Right now, I give everybody 3 months when they join the service to get up to 15. And if you can't get to 15, you call me, and I'm going to show you how to get to 15. How much does it cost to ask a hotel owner, if I brought you in the price you want for your hotel, how much does it cost to ask that question? Nothing. Or ask a business owner, a franchise, a gas station owner, a food franchise, anybody at all with any kind of business. You can ask these questions very nicely. And they can give you the information, and somebody's going to say, well, yeah, if you bring me in $350,000 for my restaurant, I'll sell it, but I don't want anybody to know that it's for sale. A secret. Well, now there's a way for all the secret agents in the world to make their information known. Now, what's so important about information, and why is it that you can only make money up until now at a real estate board? The beauty of a real estate board is you can take that listing, they take the listing, when you hand it into the Toronto Real Estate Board, they take that listing and they put it on the internet where there's 3.7 billion people. So everybody can see it. You get 15 calls, bingo, you go show it, you get 6 offers, and you're busy and you can sell the property because of the internet. But you, up until today, you were not able to put information on the internet. Now you are. I'm letting everyone know. Now you are. We've been doing this for 15 years. But you got to do it correctly. If you can take coming for sale, semi-detached homes, $700,000 in Brampton, if you can put that piece of information and put that on the internet, you have a chance of triggering a lead just like an MLS listing triggers a lead. So you get the lead. Somebody's going to call you on this piece of information. It's not a signed listing yet. And what's the first question they're going to ask you? Where is it? What's the address? Do you give it to them? No. And the reason you don't, and I'm going to go through slides in a moment, everyone at home, they're going to go through the slides. You're going to be able to see from Rico, and it's the way it is, that's our business, that no one should give an address or identify a property unless you have the consent of the owner in writing. We all know that. But if you do not give the address or you do not identify the property, you can say you have a property coming for sale, $700,000 in Brampton, semi-detached. I should be getting it in April. And when the people call you and they ask you for the address, you are going to make a statement. And the statement is going to be, now you don't have to write this down because I'm going to hand out the PowerPoint presentation with all the results. And I'm going to give you the video that you can listen to again later, because sometimes in these sessions, it's the first time people hear it, and it's hard to think and remember things. But we have the printouts, and we have the videos, and if you still need help, who could you call? You bet. You make sure. So what you're going to say to these people, you're going to say that in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if it's okay with you, I will put your name on a list. And when I get the listing signed, I will give you a call back. And if you are still looking for the property, you can be one of the first people to come through the first open house. How does that sound? We have been doing this for 20 years. The commercial brokers have been doing it since before the internet, since before this service, working exclusive information. A developer says, I want to sell my shopping center, but I don't want to give you a listing, but I'll pay you a commission. Has anybody ever heard that before? How many people in this room had somebody say, I don't want to give you a listing, but I'll pay you a commission. Bring me a buyer. How many? Everyone almost in the room. Unless you're less than 1 year old. I mean, in the business less than 1 year. Maybe you haven't heard that yet. But all the people, if you're in the business more than 1 year, everybody hears this. Get excited. Get excited. This is wonderful now for you. Because you can ask that owner 3 special questions that can make you over $100,000 this next year coming up. I'm not kidding. We have people on this service now who have made over $1 million. Last year at the Toronto Real Estate Board, the largest sale was $28 million. ICIWorld has done 2 deals over $1 million. We have outsold the Toronto Real Estate Board for the highest price listing. Not the number of sales, highest price listing. Interesting. From exclusive information. I'm here to teach exclusive information. I have an ICIWorld YouTube channel with over 100 videos that teaches how to work exclusive information. How do you do it? 3 questions. I'm deciding whether to do the 3 questions now or later in the program. I'm going to do it now. Would you like to hear them now? Okay, all right. And by the way, let's look it up in the PowerPoint. So I'm going to take a break now, hand out these papers so that we can get to the page that's got the PowerPoint. Now, everyone at home, you can go, if you wanted to, on your computer, you go to ICIWorld.com. You click on Seminar, and at the bottom of the bullet points, there's handouts, and in the handouts is the PowerPoint presentation, which contains the 3 questions. So let me, anybody see where I put, oh, here's my glasses. One second. All of these sheets are going to be important in our life. Everyone. Okay, this is it here. Okay, I need somebody to hand out these. There's 3 there. Everybody get one each. So what we're handing out here is something special called the PowerPoint display. And the 3 special questions I think are on here. And I'm going to jump right to it. Now, the seminars that I do contain all the information in these PowerPoints, but I do them in different order all the time. I don't follow the order that's in the PowerPoint, but I use the PowerPoint as a summary later on tonight. We're going to go through the PowerPoint and review what we taught today. But today it's a free-flowing session covering stuff that's in the PowerPoint and our tools to make certain that we cover the important points that will help you make money this next year and give you a big, good chance. When we say make money, it's really triggering leads. All we can do is to help you trigger leads. It's going to be up to you to close the deals. It's going to be up to you to provide the service. If you don't give the service, you don't close the deals, you don't follow up, you give up, we can't help that. All we can do is help you trigger the leads. And that's exciting because if you have a showing today, you got a chance to make money today. But without a showing, you make 0. You either make $20,000 or nothing. There's nothing in between. Now, the page that you can go to on mine is page number 10. So on the PowerPoint, it's page number 10. And do you see where it says, can you master the 3 simple questions? And you know something, I think I can bring it up on the screen. I'm going to jump to it. I don't normally do this, but I want the people at home. I'm going to jump to it very quickly here. 1 second, people. I'm jumping to it. Hang on. I'm going to bring it up on the screen here. Here's Bill Gates. He wrote a book called At the Speed of Thought. If you can take a thought out of your brain and put it on the internet where everybody in the world can see it, in real estate, coming for sale, semi in Brampton in April, that's just a thought in your head. That's just a thought. This is the gold, however, I say, on the internet is the information. We got to get excited about this. This is a new way, people. This is the information age. I got these ideas from this gentleman, from Bill Gates. At the speed of thought, information age. Not just a signed listing. We can make money from information. You put that thought on the internet someplace, and what place could you put it? You put it on ICIWorld. And you should see what we got planned for you to network. You're going to see some of the nicest, sharpest mobile displays of websites for all of your information. So people can find your information easy, no matter where in the world they are. And maybe later on tonight I might unveil it, although I don't know if I'll get to it. Brand new website on the mobile. Anybody that's seen our website, they're going to like this one. Short and sweet, clean as a whistle. Oh, it's beautiful. Anyways, these thoughts is what ICIWorld is. You will notice on our display back there, it says that there's 30,000 listings right there. Do you see that back there? 75% of them are exclusive. They're not on real estate boards. This surprises people that hear it for the first time. It's not on real estate boards. These are properties coming for sale. These are assignments. These are builders. These are pre-construction. There's lots of opportunity in this place. All around here, the person who owns that car dealership, how do you know he might not be thinking of selling? Does anybody ever talk to him? Just ask him.
What was the assignment, like
Builders assignments. You can do all of that on here. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, actually it's information.
It's information. And that's where we got the idea at the speed of thought, how we can take information in real estate and work it in a responsible fashion compatible with how we all do business. And we've been doing it for many, many, many years. Now, if anyone ever said to you, I want to sell my property, but I do not want to give you a listing at this time. But if you bring me a buyer, I will pay you a commission. You ask them these 3 questions. Everyone at home, get your cameras out, take a picture here, get your cameras out, take a picture of these 3 questions. And the reason I say take a picture, because you're going to be maybe having dinner sometime with someone and you forget the questions and you're not going to have the PowerPoint. So why not take a picture and ask these 3 questions? Now, one of the things I like to cover in all the seminars I do now, it's a little different from before, is we have had people, some people who have not made money on this service. And we have a special pledge that every single person here should either do a deal or generate leads at the very least every 90 days. There's 3.7 billion people out here. If you're not generating leads, you're not making the connections yet. And you're so close. Some of you are so close to doing it really good. And I'm going to give you an example with this service, why some people didn't make money. The first question says, will you pay me a commission if I bring you a buyer? Does anybody in this room have a problem with that question? Anyone? Straightforward? Everyone can ask that question, no problem. We have to. That's how we make our money. We ask for commission if we do a job for them. The second question, however, is you ask the person, will they give you a 48-hour exclusive listing to show the property once you have a buyer? You're asking them in advance that once you have a buyer, I'm not going to show it unless I have a written agreement in place. Does everybody agree with that? Even though we have 30,000 listings, it doesn't mean, and 75% of them are exclusive, it doesn't mean that we don't put an agreement in place first to show the property, to cover your showing. If you don't have a signed listing and you show the property, he's really not obligated to pay you a commission, is he? And you might not get paid.
How many out of it got sold?
How many which?
Out of it got sold.
How many?
Out of these listings, how many listings got sold out of
Thousands.
Thousands?
Yes, thousands. You report them sold now. We have report sold. Okay, we have inactive listings. We have. We do not. By the way, we do not delete listings for 5 years. But on the app, we give you the choice to choose how far back you wish to search. The default is 90 days, same as an MLS listing. So when you are a member, it's important that you understand you better keep your information up to date. Otherwise, it's not going to show up. Now, I wonder if everybody is seeing all this stuff at home. Let me just check what they're seeing at home. I don't know if they're seeing these 3 questions or whether they're seeing my phone. Can you tell me at home what you're seeing? Are you seeing my 3 questions, or are you seeing the, 1 second here. Where is it? Oh no, they're not seeing the 3 questions. I got to switch back. Hang on, people at home, you got to speak up a little bit if you don't mind. Let me know if you're not seeing the 3 questions, okay? I'm going to switch the computer back to me somehow. Let me see if I can do that. Make presenter. Okay, can everybody see the 3 questions at home? Hello? Anybody listening at home? Wait a minute. Let me just self-muted. Wasem, Rakesh, Manpreet, and if you can say yes, you can hear me, that would be wonderful. We've got the speaker on. Anybody at home is listening in. If you can say yes, we can hear you. Okay, so some people are self-muted. All right, so that's a little better. So at least they can see this particular screen here. Let me make it bigger. Hang on. There it is there. There we go. If you need a signed listing, you don't do this. You don't need it. It's where you cannot get a signed listing. You ask them, will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing to show the property once I have a buyer? And the third question is, may I advertise your property, but I'm going to do it without the address. So you can say $1 million home, Brampton, double car garage, ground level family room, extra basement apartment, ravine lot. You can say all of that. Just don't give the address.
What if they ask which area, right? Brantford is big.
You have to be careful, because I'm telling you now, people are like detectives. And I'm going to be giving everyone a test. And you know something, maybe now is a good time for the test. We're going to do a test here coming up. But I want to show you the difference of some people that made money, and we have people that did not make money. One broker called me after 3 months, and he said, Gary, I didn't make any money. I got listings up there, but I haven't made any money. And I looked at his listings, and he had good listings. And I couldn't figure it out. And I figured after about 2 or 3 minutes, I asked him a question. By the way, you're not giving the address to them, are you? He says, oh, yeah. He's been giving the address out to all of his exclusive listings. He says, you drive by, and if you like it, you call me back, and I'll write up the offer. Are those people going to come back to him sometimes? Where are they going to go? They go direct to the property, to the owner. I mean, if it's a property worth $1 million, that's a $50,000, $40,000 commission. So they can go direct and save them money. He was giving out the addresses. And he's a wonderful man. You know why? He has a heart of gold, this man. He likes to help people. But now he was helping them a little too much and not smart enough. But we fixed it. And so now he doesn't do that. Had another one.
Let me add, like when you guys put advertisement in newspapers, real estate magazines, right? Sometimes realtor put all information. So I would suggest don't put price, don't put like the address of the property, right? Just say like a rental. Right? Nice picture, simple, nice, like bold, like a 4 or 5 comments, the nice. Then they're gonna call you, find out the first. Like I got so many calls, they ask me price. Then it's up to you. Then you have qualities, right? Realtor have qualities to convert that lead. Whoever calls, convert to the clients. So once you get the lead, then you can convert from there. Doesn't matter that house, you can sell anything else. So never give all information, like Gary said.
And then we had another one. I said, another gentleman called me one time. He wasn't making money. And I says, you're not getting listings. What's the matter? He only had 2 listings after like a couple of months. What's going on? There's something wrong. And so I said, what's the 3 questions? I asked him, what are these 3 questions? And he says to me, I asked him, what's the first question? He says, well, I asked them if they would pay me a commission. And they said, no, they don't want to do anything. I said, did you ask them anything else? He says, yeah, I was asking for a 48-hour exclusive listing. So my question to you in this room and to people that might be listening at home, and also you notice I put the screen dark on purpose so you can't see the answers. You can look on your phone if you want to see the 3 questions. I don't mind that. Get used to it. Were those the 2 of the 3 questions that I just asked?
If you bring me a buyer.
If you bring me a buyer. What a big difference. He was trying to get a 48-hour exclusive listing. What's he going to do inside of 48 hours? What are you going to do? That's not enough time. So in other words, and did you know that it took us 1 year to figure that out? 1 year, 1 stupid year. I can't believe what we've gone through. We've been doing this business for over 20 years, Rakesh. So I have my unique position, so much experience that I can see the people that can make it and the ones that don't make it. Just like that. Within 3 minutes, I can determine if they're making it or not, and whether they got a chance of making some good money. And then at the end of the 1 year, we started putting this training session in color. You'll see that there's red printing and black printing for every question now. Each question has 2 parts. If you leave out one of those parts, you get a no answer. If you include both those parts, you get a yes answer. That's the difference between making money and not making money, asking the question properly. Now, every one of you is well trained, every one of you. You have to go through, understand all kinds of courses to keep your license, RICO, and if hot water heater, if you don't make it rented or owned, you can sometimes be liable because you didn't ask the right question. Fisco and easements and all these legal things. Well, this has to do with sales. If you can get it right for sales, you can start to click in to get yes, yes, yes. And then you can put that condo or that builder's property or pre-construction and a piece of land that's out in the country, a farmland, a business. You can start putting all of these possibilities now. You can put them on this service. We'll give you a test, but let's just give you one more example here. This is the reason why you do not give an address. according to RICO, we are all registrants in this room. I've been a broker since 1973. A registrant shall not include anything in an advertisement that could reasonably be used to, and that's the key word, identify. If people can identify it, they can go behind your back. That's the downside of our business. Sometimes people go behind our back. Unless specific real estate, unless the owner of real estate has consented in writing. If they consent in writing, then you can give the address. But if not, you should not, and you must not. And we're going to give you a little test. First of all, this is what you say. In this particular case, I don't know if that's on here, is it? Yes, it is. This is on here. So this is all you need, okay? This is worth money to you. This is worth money. This piece of, these are like 5 cents each to make each page, but this is worth a lot of money because it's got the information, the knowledge of what to say when people call. They call you up and you tell them, in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first, that's all. Now, when you're a member of service, there's a lot of these properties coming for sale. You are going to be ahead of the market because now customers are going to know that somehow you have inside information of properties coming for sale. They're going to want to deal with you. And guess what? All of this information should be on your website. There's special little widgets that go on your website that have all of this information, all of this database should be on your website. And when you put information on here, you agree to share it with other brokers share their information with you. That was actually the essence of MLS itself in the beginning. Does anybody know when the beginning of MLS was? Take a guess, anybody? Anybody here? 40s, 50s? What do you think? When did it start, MLS? Just take a guess, it doesn't matter.
60s.
60s? Would you believe in the 1800s, in the late 1800s,
Oh my God.
brokers got around and they said, you know, if you help me sell my property, if you let me sell your property, I'll let you sell my property. That's it. That was the basics of MLS. It's taken 120 years to build the MLS system the way it is today. 120 years to get to where we are today. Because 30 years ago, 40 years ago, we were filing little pieces of paper, cutting them up and putting them in file cabinets. I sit in the car, I used to file all the time while I was having lunch. You know, so I had them in alphabetical order. So if I'm on this street, I could say, oh, I know how much that one is. That's that price. I used to file them. Today, you use Realtor.ca and you just pop it open. Some of the websites we have now today, we can have a website built for you where the customer can take your website, sit in front of a house and do the same thing now. They can do the same thing as Realtor.ca on your website. Isn't that exciting? That's about $30 a month for that kind of a website. We have websites from $16.50 a month, just so people know. So that's what you say. Come to my office, I'll make arrangements for you to see it. And if they ask you for the address, you just, in the future, property coming for sale, you tell them you put your name on a list, and when you get the agreement signed, I'll call you back, and if you're still looking, you can be one of the first people through the property. In Lake Tahoe, you can go skiing in one day and go jump in the water and go swimming on the same day. All the movie star properties, a lot of them in the mountains, they're being sold this way because they don't want to have the inside of their home plastered all over the internet with all their beautiful furnishings and let all the thieves of the world know what's going on inside their house. They don't want to do it that way. They don't want people to know. But if you get a qualified buyer, different story. They don't mind letting, if they know who it is that they're letting see the inside of their home, and then come on over, you can see the house. So a lot of it is being done confidentially. There was a mayor of one city. He didn't want everybody to know that his house was for sale in the city. It causes, people to talk too much. There's lots of reasons why people don't want to do sometimes the MLS, even though it's the best if you sign it. Now, that first listing there, can you tell which restaurant that is from that ad? This isn't one of your salespeople, is it? No? Okay. Okay, you can't tell which restaurant that is, okay? I'm going to ask a question for everyone here, and there's 3 answers. One answer is yes, one answer is no, and one answer is I do not know. And the question is this. If I said that restaurant was at the corner of Dundas and Huron, Ontario, does it give it away? How many people say yes?
Yes.
I got 2, 3. How many people say no? I got a couple. And how many people don't know? Okay, we got some that don't know. So we got a few answers of each. Who said yes? And let me ask you why you said yes.
Because Young and Dundas area, corner of Young and Dundas.
Okay, I was going to say Huron, Ontario, and Dundas.
Yeah,
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
Same difference.
Yeah, Ontario and Dundas. So how many restaurants there?
How many restaurants are there?
Yeah.
There's 3. How long would it take to go talk to the owners of 3 restaurants at that corner? How long would it take?
1 hour.
1 hour, half an hour, an hour? So in other words, somebody could go to that corner, talk to 3 restaurant owners, find out which one was for sale, and they could buy it direct. Now, if the commission is 10% on $350, how much is that? $35,000 commission. $35,000. That's enough to help your kids go through school, buy a car, knock off some mortgage, go on a nice holiday, pay off some bills. $35,000. And because you said with your tongue roughly where it was, you just gave it away, that money, and you would never know it. You would never know it. Isn't that something? All right, let's go to the next one. Toronto Triplex 750, positive cash flow, grade 10. Does that give it away? Okay, everybody agree it doesn't give it away. If I said it was at the corner of Bloor and Ossington next to the Pizza, obviously it gives it away. Okay, so you got to be careful. You're real estate people. Lawyers have confidential information. Doctors have confidential information. I suggest to you, this is our professional confidential information. This, you got to think, when you have a piece of information, that it's like money in the bank and you got to protect it. And the problem is in our business, we love serving people. So when they come up to you and they say, oh, come on, you can tell me where it is. I'll call you back if I like it. Sometimes you give it to them and bingo, they go behind your back. That's it. Oakville, same thing. Let's go to this one here. Lindsay, Esso gas station. How many people think it gives it away? How many? You got 1? How many people? 2, 3? How many people say no?
Yes.
How many people don't know? Obviously you don't know, right? Don't know. That's okay. That's an answer. That's okay. This is a workshop for real estate people and brokers, okay? For salespeople. And by the way, we learn when we make mistakes. If you do something right, you don't learn. You're already doing it. You learn. So this is learning. This is good learning here for you. Why did somebody put up, did you put up your hand, yes?
Yes.
Why do you say yes?
So maybe you can figure out how many Esso stations there are.
How many Esso gas stations? How many are there in Lindsay?
Let's say 10.
There's 1. You're right. You're absolutely right. In other words, there's only 1 Esso gas station in Lindsay. I had one time, somebody told somebody there was a gas station on number 7 highway between the 404 and Yonge Street. You know what people did? They just drive down. How long would it take on a Sunday afternoon? You're driving with your kids and your family anyways. Drive down there, stop in, talk to the owner. Bingo, you can find out what it is right away. So each of you, have to be careful with your information. You have to be like a detective. If you think a detective can figure out which one it is, if I said I had a 199 unit apartment building in Cambridge, Ontario, does that give it away?
Yes, yes.
It could to some people, because there's at least 5 brokers I know of. They have a list of every apartment building in Ontario by the number of units. So they go to the Excel spreadsheet or to their program, 199, they all pop up. There's one in Cambridge, that must be it. Bingo, like that. If I said I had a $7 billion shopping center, I'm going to give everybody in this room 30 seconds to come up with the answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Which one is?
30 billion or
7
A $7 billion shopping center in Canada. Which one is?
Alberta.
You got it. There it is. Less than 30 seconds, you got it. What do they call it? The Edmonton Shopping Mall.
Yeah, correct. The
Right?
biggest.
Yeah. So when I'm doing my seminars and I do the shows, like, if you got the copy of, oh yeah, we got it right here. You ever see Business Exchange? That's our ad right there. Right in the top corner. It's in your office right now. It's been in your office for the last number of years. We're there every single day in your office. Why is this important? Because if the public sees that and they pull it up on their phone and they put it in their phone and then they do a search and then they click on the listing and it's your name, bingo, they call you, you go show the property, you write up the offer, get your help from your broker, you make $25,000. Why? Because we are backing you. We are a society of real estate brokers and salespeople. We're putting together all the information in the industry to benefit you. The benefit to the public is you protect them on the largest single sale of their lives. Every sale should go through a licensed real estate broker or salesperson. Do you agree or disagree? Because you protect them. Do you take cash deposits in this office? No. No. So that's because we want to protect people from all of these kind of problems that are having out there. All right, that covers information. Is that exciting about information? Okay. Now you might say, okay.
I have a friend I want to share, right? Regarding commercial listing, right? So one of my friends, he used to travel like the small towns, like gas station, hotels, right? But he does pick up his car and drive, right? He go to them, same ask question, like 3 question, right? If you bring the buyer, how much they want money, they sell like same, he make like billions in commission.
Yeah.
Like in like 10 years, he's on top. So
A lot of
we used to do that, like we just travel around, go to the towns, ask, and do advertisement in the business magazine, right? Or the gas station, this much sale. Don't say the address, right? The buyer, they call them. That's same thing they write on the confidential agreement. Then get the exclusive listing, 48 hours, then show the property, make 100,000 commission in one transaction. The seller have no problem. Seller have called, like you say, okay, bring me 700,000. Okay, he will say I will sell for 800,000, 100,000. That's it.
Yeah.
He made lots of money.
Just by asking questions.
Just asking questions. Simple. Rather than sitting in the office, like if somebody wants to do commercial, go do these things. Go to gas stations, these things, right? If you put advertising, proper advertisement, people looking for the businesses. That's sure.
So now we covered, now, is it worth to have a world information service? Can you hand out these to everyone? Can you pass these out maybe we start here, just go around the room. Okay. So what we're, just one of each, that's all. And you'll notice, how much is it normally to join our service? Down at the bottom, it says, can you see the 319 at the bottom? That's how much it costs to normally join our service, 319 for 1 year. But when I do these seminars, there's a special there. Can you see the special? It's really 240 because the 271.20, you are going to get the $31.20 back from the government. So really it's 240 and it's tax deductible. So it's probably like 180 bucks by the time you figure taxes. So in other words, if you wanted to take advantage of this for 1 year, how much is it? Well, if you divide it by 12. Okay, 240.
$20.
Is that reasonable to have a world information service? Is that reasonable? 240 for a whole year gives you a chance to make thousands of dollars? It should be. All right.
This website,
Now hang on, I'm coming to a few more things. I've got some very exciting things to show you in a moment. But I want you to start thinking what you're getting if you want to join tonight with a credit card. Okay? And if you do want to join, you go to this website address right behind here. What does that say right there? Can you see it from over there? NREILS.com. Can you write that down? And if you open up Google Chrome or open up Safari on your mobile phone, you can go there and join. And when you join, you do not leave tonight without making an appointment with us. And there's a way to make an appointment on your phone, I'll show you later, because we have an orientation where we help you one-on-one. Every single person that joins, we have an orientation where you log in from your computer, from your home. And if you have an appointment at 10 o'clock on Monday, you sit in front of the computer and you click on webinar workshops. And all the instructions and everything are in this other one, which you don't have it yet. I don't want to hand it out yet. But this is all the instructions to do everything in our service. But I want to show you that we have support for you, 100% support to make sure you get things looked after, to make sure we get you working in the right fashion. That's NREILS.com. And the first person that goes there, you'll see a Canadian special. You let me know what the Canadian special is after. In the meantime, I want to move on to something else if that's okay with you. If you're comfortable with the information, I challenge everyone here in this office, and I will come back and help again, Rakesh, to help everyone. Every one of you should have 15 opportunities on the internet working for you. The beauty of the internet is you get your information, I love to pull all that information that you have out of you. To me, it's like the gold that is on the internet, what you have in your brain, what you know. We want to get that out and get it on the internet where people can see it, and then they call you. You make arrangements to go show it. Next thing you know, they like it, everybody's happy. The people that sold it, they want to buy another house. It just goes on and on and on. It's beautiful. And you can trigger leads that way. You're not going to be stuck with just having to have a signed listing to put it on one board. It's good if you can get, and by the way, sometimes you don't sell it, but because you gave that person all the action, eventually they end up listing it with you. 90% of all the FSBOs, they end up selling through licensed real estate brokers and salespeople like yourself. Okay, now we're going to cover something else. How many people here have a website? 1, 2, 3. How many people do not have a website? Okay. The websites, the third bullet on the right, you see what it says, the third bullet on the right on here? It says websites are what? The third bullet on the right.
199.
The websites are free for how long? 1 month, and then $199 per year, or $19 per month. If you don't want to do the $199, you can do $19 per month to start.
It's for those who don't have a website.
This is if you want a website. If you have a website, we have something special I'm going to show you in a minute. But for the people that do not have a website, this is a great entry-level website for you. This can trigger leads for you. And I'm going to show you why I think this is important today, now at the beginning of the year, not at the end of the year. I'm going to tell you why it's important to do it now. When you go, you each have a sphere of influence. Every one of you has a sphere of influence. Can I ask this lady at the end here? When you, she's worried about it. You don't have to be worried.
I'm taking the phone and suddenly.
When you go to a wedding, how many people attend weddings that you've gone to? Just a couple of them. Anyways.
500.
500. How many is 500?
Yeah.
They're all 500
Yeah.
over here?
More or less.
Okay, anywhere from 200 to 700?
Yeah.
3, 4, 500? Can you imagine if every single person that was at that wedding had your website on their mobile phone? Would that be nice? Is that good marketing? And then when people want to search for real estate, maybe what they do is they click on it and your real estate website comes up on their phone. Can you imagine if every one of those people had your mobile website on their mobile phone? Is that an interesting marketing plan? So whenever they think of real estate, they just go right to their phone, and then bingo, they can click on it, and then they've got all these searches. And then when they want to see the property, who do they call? They call you from the website. You're with them all the time. In the past, have you ever sold a home? How many people have been in here more than 10 years in real estate? Okay, we got a few. And you sold a home to somebody, and you did a beautiful job. You went out for dinner with them after, celebrated, you did everything. And then 5 years later, they sold the home with somebody else. How come they didn't call you back? Maybe because you didn't keep in touch with them, right? But if you have the phone, your website on their phone all the time, next thing you know, they're calling you for this, that, or the other thing. And so I'm suggesting this becomes a marketing plan for you, to have your mobile website on the phone of all your customers. Now, the beauty of these particular websites, I'm going to show you something here. See if I can show you on here. I'm going to try to switch it back to the website here. See if I can do it. Hang on one second. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to right click and make my phone the presenter. Let's see if it works. Okay, hang on. It should work with a little bit of luck. Hang on. Is it coming on the screen at all? No? Okay, so how come it's not doing it? Try it again. Right click. I thought it was that one. Make presenter. Here we go. Share my screen. I've already done that. I got to do it on this one here. Make presenter. Okay, there we go. How come it's not coming up here? I want to be able to show this at home. Go to webinar. Oh, there it is. Share my screen. I got it. It's coming. And okay, everybody can see my screen? Okay, so everybody at home can now see what I'm showing on my mobile phone. And I'm going to just pick somebody's website here. I'll pick out this one, and I'm going to pick out this one. I want you to pretend that this is your website. Okay? Just pretend that this is your website. Oh, wait a minute. It's not showing there. That's strange. Hang on. Tell me when it does show, if it does show. Let me go back here. Go to webinar. You're sharing your screen. Oh, it's a little bit behind then, right? Okay, so maybe I gotta just be a little more patient and go like this. Okay, there it is. So we're gonna wait for it to come up on the screen. Stop sharing, and it should bring up her website here in a moment. We just have to be patient. There's a bit of a delay, and I hope it's gonna come up any second. Come on. Yep, I think the next one is gonna go 2 screens over, and it should come up. Okay, I never saw anything like that before. That's interesting. Usually, it's kind of right away. Okay, so it's gonna come up. There it is. Now, do you see the hamburger bun at the top? It's the 3 little lines way up at the top. Just in case you don't see it, it's those 3 lines up there. That's the mobile. I call it a hamburger bun. I'm going to click on it. And all of these choices come on the screen. Now, every broker has the MLS on their website. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you don't have a website, you don't even have MLS to show people. But once you have a website, you're going to have the MLS on your website. And so people can search the MLS from your website. But when people search the MLS on your website, can they see the addresses? Yeah, yeah. The addresses all show.
Yeah.
And if somebody that doesn't know you, if they see the address, is it possible they might drive by the property first before calling you? Possible. And if they drive by the property first and they see the for sale sign in front of the property, is it possible they might call that other broker? And if they do a deal with that other broker, does that other broker call you back and say thank you? Doesn't happen, does it? However, it's a wonderful system. It's beautiful. We're taking a little different approach. On this particular screen, what is the last choice in pink, in the pink lettering? What does it say? You've never seen that before? Well, you've got a little bit now, because we were here before. Exclusives. The majority of the real estate industry does not have this, because we only have about 1,500 brokers, up maybe as much as 2,000 now, that have the exclusives. But we called it residential and commercial. But today, the brokers like having exclusives as a heading. You have 2 choices. You can have residential with some listings, commercial with some exclusive listings, or you can have one menu item called exclusives. I'm going to click on the exclusives to bring this up. I just clicked, and can somebody time the number of seconds it's taking to come up? 3,000, 4,000. It's taken at least 10 seconds.
Yes.
Oh, it's popped up. So about 8 seconds, I think it's taking. A little time delay. Now, it comes up. All of those are from ICIWorld. All of those exclusive listings. Let's say somebody was interested in residential. Do you see the one that says residential, haves and wants, mostly exclusive? Can you see that? Are you able to see that from the corner over there?
Right in the middle.
You've got good eyes. Good show. I'm going to click on one of them. Residential, mostly exclusive. Now it's coming up a little quicker. And if I go down the page a little bit, and I click on search database, which I just did, up comes the listings on the screen. That was pretty fast. By the way, Rakesh, we have the fastest server in the industry right now. For 4 months, we've been working on it, day and night, engineering, hooking up things. Believe me, when you have a new computer, everything is upgraded. SSL certificates, secure socket layers, all kinds of things have to be changed. You have to reset it for Opera, for Google Chrome, for Edge, for Microsoft Explorer, for Firefox, Safari. Everything has to be changed, has to be rewritten. Our software had to be rewritten. It was horrendous. 18,000 links had to be changed. The Toronto Real Estate Board, the MLS, it's not secure right now. For 5 months they've been working on it. Right now it's not HTTPS yet. It's HTTP. And if somebody changes over their website to HTTPS, that link is not going to work if it's within a frame. So there's lots of issues out there that everyone that's on the internet is going through with all this. They're trying to tighten all the security features on the internet. Are all the thieves and the fraud artists, are they still out there on the internet trying to rob people? Are all those people getting smarter and smarter each day? Yeah. So that's why all this is happening. But it's tough for all others to kind of go through and fix this. In the meantime, somebody comes to your website and they search for this listing. And let's say that they are interested in that one that's a short walk, the very first listing, a custom 3,100 square foot home for 1.4, and it's a short walk to the Meadowvale Town Center. They're on your website, okay? If they are on your website, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to try to click on that listing. Try to click on it. Try it again. Can't do it? Try to click on the second one. Can't do it. Now I have a question for you two. If this is your website, and if they cannot click on that listing number, who do they have to call?
You. No,
I'm asking.
no, call me. Yeah.
Hang on.
Or they're on the
If,
website.
I'm going to ask you again. This is very important, okay, people. Sometimes people see it, but it's got to be clear. If I go too fast in these meetings and you miss one point, that person can miss making money the rest of their life. So everybody cares to make sure everybody knows. I'm going to repeat it slowly. It's for people at home, they can hear too. If I try to click on that listing, and it's this is your website, pretend. And if they cannot click on that listing number, who do they have to call? High five.
Okay.
Who do they got? Okay? Isn't that wonderful? This is wonderful. Rakesh, every one of the salespeople are going to make money with this stuff.
Yes.
Okay? It's inevitable. Other brokers have agreed, the same as MLS, to allow their information to be on your website. It took us 3 to 4 years to get the agreement of every single listing, almost 30,000 listings, 4 years. At the bottom of every listing, it says, will you allow your listings to be advertised on other brokers' websites? You can answer yes, you can answer no. The reason you answer yes is your information will instantly appear on up to 2,000 other brokers' websites in Ontario. Instantly. It's incredible. I'm still amazed at how this happens. Is that worth $240, $300 a year to have that on your website? Let me ask you another question. If you do not have this on your website, you have no chance of triggering a lead from these listings.
But what is the next step, Gary? It is an exclusive listing.
Yes, sir?
So now we got a potential buyer.
Okay, so a buyer calls you up, and what's your first name again?
You will find it hard.
Bunkridge?
Yes.
Okay, Bunkridge. If somebody's going to call you and say, Bunkridge, I'm on your website, I'm interested in message number 373324. Can you help me? And you're going to say, yes, I certainly can help you. You now have two choices. You can call this broker and make arrangements to go show it, put your agreements in place, make an appointment for Saturday, and go show it. That's one choice. But there's another choice. Let's say this property was in London, Ontario. Would you drive to London, Ontario to show maybe a $500,000 home? Probably not. What would you do? You just said, what? A referral. So what you can do is you can call this broker and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? You can make it any referral commission you want. I'm just using 25. That is a 5-minute phone call. We now have one broker who has done 15 of those. 15 times 5 minutes each is how much? 75 minutes of his time. He made $45,000. An average of $3,000 per referral. If you have these on your website, you have a chance to put food on the table. Anybody, is there anybody in here a fisherman or fished at one time? I love fishing. You know, I've done all the weigh-in stations long time ago, all around Lake Ontario. I was trying to fish for the 50-pound salmon to win $50,000 from the Toronto Star. We used to go fishing every day. And we'd catch one, we thought it was 50 pounds, but it was only 30. You know, 30 was good too. So anyways, I did a lot of fishing and up north, all up north. I love fishing. But to me, marketing is a lot like fishing. Right now, you do not know where your next deal is coming from, do you? You got a hunch, maybe. But I know one thing. If you don't put the line in the water, you have no chance of catching the fish and putting food on the table. None. This, having listings on your website, is like putting information out there that can trigger a lead and give you a chance to put food on the table. It's the same thing as fishing. Without it, you have no chance. Zero. Zero. As soon as you have it, one person goes to the website and sees it, they have to call you. They have no choice. We do not let them click on that message number. We don't let them. They have to call you for more information. Isn't that lovely? That's wonderful. That's all we want in this business as salespeople, is to be of service to people. The nice thing about this, it's wonderful for the public. There's more choices coming available than ever before, because 75% of the commercial listings are not on real estate boards, and 50% of the residential listings are not on real estate boards. Any questions so far? When you join, what happens? I'm going to show you what happens. Okay, I better change it back to this screen here. How do I do that? Let's see. Hang on one second. Let's just go make presenter, show my screen. Okay, I remember this time to come back to the screen. All right, I'm just going to go through this now, and we're going to be wrapping up here. Hang on one moment. There we go. There's the apps for everybody at home. 3.7 billion people on the internet, and more people are using the apps. This is driving the industry. By the way, how many I'm holding in my hand right now for people at home and who will see this later, a Samsung Note 9. I waited 4 months for this thing. It's free. Yeah. 4 months. It's a special plan. I pay $67 a month for unlimited Canada and US calling and 5 gigs of data. $67 and a free phone. Does anybody in this room have anything better than this? Actually, Freedom has it, but the coverage isn't good, right?
So this network you
This particular one is a program for the Canadian Real Estate Association. It's a corporate plan. It's not advertised anyplace. If you are interested, you let me know, And the lady that sold me this, I will give you her number, you call her, and you can get this plan. If you want an Apple phone, you can have the equivalent Apple phone. Okay?
But the Apple phone, they are not giving for free.
I'm letting you know, for $67, I got this phone free. That's all I can tell you.
But now I have $60, 10 gig data.
That's better. That's
But
how much? 67. How much a month?
$60.
$60 and 10 gigs with Rogers.
Yeah.
Stay with that plan.
No,
That's
but
beautiful.
We had to pay phone upfront, $1,500.
Oh, $1,500 you had to pay.
No, but it was an old phone.
I understand. Okay, this one I am letting you know I got the phone free. So if somebody wants $1,500 phone free now and $67 a month, you can get it. Okay? You just call sometime afterwards, and I'll get the name of the lady, and then you can talk with her. It's a corporate plan. It's not advertised. All right? Real estate people can get it, and anybody who has an HST license can get it. Now, why am I talking about it? Because these phones are fantastic. Things are getting better. When the first phones came up, the phones used to die by 2 o'clock in the afternoon because you had so many apps open. It was used to go dead. Everybody had to remember batteries, charge it up, keep it going. Today, this thing lasts a day and a half, 2 days, sometimes 3 days. It can even last longer. It's beautiful. And I'm letting you know that people can click on it, and up comes the information within 3 clicks. So people can click on the ICIWorld app, 1 second, click on commercial or residential, 1 second, click on search database for properties in Brampton, 1 second, a total of 3 seconds, you get the latest listings coming on the screen. There is nothing faster in the business.
So these all are ideas. These are not the actual listings.
No, these are actual listings.
Actual.
Yeah,
Exclusive.
75% of these are exclusive for commercial and 50% for residential. Question.
But this app,
The app,
ICIWorld app, this doesn't give the exclusive listings?
what do you mean?
Okay, so you're saying that we have
The
to join.
app, first of all, is free for everyone in the world.
Correct.
It's free for the public.
Does it,
You do not have to join the service to have the app. You can click on one of these, you can call that person, you can go do a deal, you do not have to join ICIWorld.
would it have exclusive listings as well?
Yeah, it's got it all. There it is, 30,000 listings, 75% exclusive. You can see it on that sign right there, up there. Oh yeah, these are exclusive. You have access to the exclusive information, to the contacts of the people. That's where all the business is being
So
done.
what is the additional to get this membership, whatever?
The membership for ICIWorld, today's special to $240, it entitles you to stop being a secret agent. Because now you can advertise here. In other words, you have to pay to advertise your information. If you want to place an ad on ICIWorld for the world to see, you join the service and you have unlimited ads. You can advertise your regular real estate board listings, but it's the information that can make you a lot of money.
So my listings, if I have.
Yes, you
I
can advertise.
here.
You can advertise your listings on here, but I would like you to think about what information you see in the marketplace. Every day you go for a drive, if you see a for sale by owner sign, brokers protected, I would never drive by another sign like that again without marking the phone number down. Does anybody here ever go to Kijiji? Who goes to Kijiji? Oh, it's a gold mine. It's a gold mine. Oh my God, it's so exciting. Tonight, you go to Kijiji, you see one owner that's got something for sale. What are you going to do? What should you do? Put it that way. What should you do? Call him up. Ask him the 3 questions. If I brought you a buyer, would you pay me a commission? Once I have a buyer and I show you property, I need something to cover my showing, a 48-hour exclusive listing or something. Is that okay with you? Sure. Will you give me permission to advertise it? They're not going to believe you. You're going to spend money without listing my property to try to help me sell my property? Go for it. Knock your brains out. They're going to love it. So now you put it on ICIWorld. Big network. Way bigger than what that is. Way bigger. You get a call, you make an appointment, you put an agreement in place, you go show the property, and you make $15,000. Brokers are doing it. May I show you? Open up the app. Everybody at home, please open up the app right now. Everyone. Show me this screen on your phone. You got to see this, Rakesh. Down at the bottom right corner, what's the last choice on the screen? What's it say? More. Click on more, please. The fourth button down. Testimonials from $0 to $75 million. Please click on it. And take a moment, please, to start going through these testimonials. I'm going to do it on the screen on the website. Everybody here is going to take 1 minute to go through them. You got to see these deals. These are the inspiration for people in the industry, all the brokers who joined here before the deals were done. And they had enough faith that the connections on the internet was where it's all at. All of these deals were done not on any real estate board. These were done through connections through ICIWorld. One broker told me he had a $4 million shopping center. He put it on Treb. He got 4 calls. He put it on here and he got over 30 calls and he sold it. Now, commercial, we've been doing it for over 20 years. The residential really is less than 4 years old on our service. But it's got a lot of exclusive information, all kinds. Isn't that exciting to see all these deals being done? And these are people, a lot of them, they did the first deal on here. And I'm suggesting that every single person here can do it. Every single person here should be doing deals. And I'm not happy until every single one has done deals here. Okay. Now, you'll see there's just a little summary of the deals that you can do here. I have a card here that's got this all in it. Everybody can take one of these cards. Is that the same ones? Yeah. I'm going to give a couple to everybody. Just a couple cards. You can give them out if you put in maybe other people. Give them out to people. Okay. But you can see you got content of listings that can trigger leads, 50 pages of testimonials, mobile websites. We're doing it all to help everything to do with the internet, to help salespeople make money on the internet. Here's something special today, and this is that sign right behind you. You're going to see a card that looks like this.
Yeah, I have that card.
I gave it out last time we were here.
No, I don't think it's
Now they get one. Okay, anyone that joins our service today gets what we call a corporate club card, an ICIWorld Executive Membership corporate card. This entitles you to literally hundreds of dollars of discounts if you use it. If you don't use it, then you don't save anything. But we've had brokers who have saved, you can see on a card, brokers, one fellow rented a car in San Francisco, another one bought a Lenovo laptop computer, saved $200. Some people took their kids to Canada's Wonderland, saved $70. You can go to on Dufferin Street, they Swiss Chalet, save money. Cineplex theater tickets, aquarium, all kinds of 250 vendors in the Greater Toronto area. And you can end up saving money if you use it. Does anybody here use them at all?
I didn't know where to use the help.
You need to register and get it online. One of the first things we do when you join is to log in and register this, and so you can see all the discounts.
And will I get the free thing?
This is included in anyone that joins ICIWorld. It's included in your membership, okay? And if you join tonight, and if you want to join, what you do, where do you go to join if you want to join? Anybody? What about over here? You know where to join if you wanted to? Where do you join?
Website?
I say,
The website?
No entrance.
People, here it is. I'm going to show you right there. What's that say?
Oh,
NREILS.com. Can everybody just pull that up on the screen? NREILS.com. Can you see that? You should be able to pull it up on the screen. Okay, you got it? Can you see where Canada? Click on join. Join today. And tell me if you can see the orange Canada button there. You got it. You got it. You should end up with this on the screen. You should end up with that on the screen. You got it. NREILS.com. Click on join. No, you're on the wrong one. If you go to that site, it's $319. If you go to this site, that one right there, you have to type it in into Google Chrome or Safari. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Click on. 1 second. Click on that little hamburger button. Click on join today. Yeah. Click on it.
okay.
Did you manage to get it?
Okay, join today, yeah.
Okay, join today and go down to where it says Canada. There's a little square. She's got it. Okay.
And
I haven't had anybody tell me that it's 12 months yet. Nobody even saw it except one person. You're on the wrong website. This is a special website that I'm giving you. You have to type that in.
Okay.
This is a new website they were launching.
In Google?
Open up Safari or Google Chrome.
No.
Open up Safari or Google Chrome
No,
and
right.
type it in. Hang on. What does that say?
Canada $240.
Canada, $240. And what did it say for how long?
18 months. 18 months.
That's a surprise. I wanted to see you discover it. Sometimes I do things to let people discover it and say, oh,
Instead of years.
That's
right,
even
18
better.
months.
now I have a question.
I'm waiting
If
for-
you divide 240 by 18 months, what do you get? Somebody got a calculator?
240 divided by?
240 divided by 18 months, because there's a special here.
$13.
Nobody went to see it except her.
$13.
How much?
13.
For the month? Divided by, I want to divide it by, I want to know how much per day.
Yeah, 220.
How much does it work out to per day?
24 months, no?
40 cents.
13.33.
Pardon me?
13.33 is
40 cents a day.
40 cents a day for worldwide advertising.
Per day.
Rakesh, when they start doing deals for 40 cents a day, their advertising budget comes down, their advertising budget comes down, everybody makes more money.
That's right.
That's incredible. To take advantage of one of the #1 services in the internet for real estate people. Everybody should be jumping up and down for joy. Did you find it? You got it. Now, if you do that, directly what does it say for step 3? Step 3 on this page. It says make an appointment. If you end up joining tonight, which we would love you to do, but there's no obligation to join. I'm going to do this so you do not leave this meeting without making an appointment. We do not want to let you fall between the cracks. We want an appointment. Now, if it comes up to your appointment time and you can't make it, no problem, you can change it. You can change it right up to the last minute. Because we understand if somebody calls and they want to go see a property, you got to go. No problem. But make an appointment, that way you're in the system, and then there can be proper follow-up to make sure you have your first appointment. Because we want to make sure that you can go on your computer from home and enter a listing. We want to make sure you can log on, enter a listing, enter a piece of information. And maybe you're going to say, Gary, I have a buyer looking for something. How do I put it on? I want to make sure you know how to do it. Because you can put your wants on here. By the way, people, some of the largest sales going on our system starts from a want. Sometimes people don't want to put a large property on a system, but if they see that there's a buyer, they might call you. Your wants are important. Half the industry is being overlooked by all real estate boards. The buyers. Where's the list of the buyers? We got a list of buyers. The next listing appointment you go on. Let's say that you're trying to list by the way, everyone here does residential. Is a duplex a triplex residential? Would you all sell a duplex or a triplex?
Yes.
All the residential people? That's commercial investment. That's commercial investment as far as we're concerned. Watch this. I'm going to go to ICIWorld. I'm going to click on commercial. And then I'm going to click on apartment buildings. And I'm going to change it to a want. And I do a search. And I have 60 buyers of apartment buildings right here. If you go on a listing appointment, could this help you get the listing? Isn't that amazing? You are plugged in. When you show stuff like this to people and they see this on your website, they're going to say, look at all the action. You've got a lot of buyers built in. Okay, we might as well give you a chance to sell our products. This is going to help you get listings. We had one broker, he got a power of sale from a bank over the large brokers because he was able to print out a list of buyers. The other guys didn't. You are independents. You're now part of a major world network, pulling all of the opportunities together, and it gives you the power in the industry to come up with this kind of.
Okay, why don't you do something? What's this thing exclusive to our?
I'm keeping it exclusive to real estate brokers and salespeople. Okay? And there's lots of business. There's lots of business. And the public cannot join the service. We are a society of real estate brokers and salespeople. I'm like the manager of the society, trying to get everybody to take full advantage of it. That's all I try to do. Even though I've been a broker for over 40 years, I want everyone here in this room to consider me as a personal marketing and information assistant to each and every one of you. I'm here to help each and every one of you make money. You are all the boss, and I'm serving you. I will make suggestions. I will make recommendations based on all the experience from helping 1,000 other brokers. Than $240 over the next year and a half. Did you see how much time you get on that Canadian special? Did you see it? How much? 18 months. Okay? 18 months with a credit card. Go ahead. Or $30 a month if you wanted to. Go ahead, question.
I'm still going to repeat my question.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, maybe I didn't
I would ask everybody as well before asking you.
Okay.
Do you guys understood that what is the benefit of having this membership? Although it is very cheap and I would buy it, but still I didn't find the benefit because all the benefits are coming through this app, that ICA whatever app.
No, it's on your.
What is the real benefit of?
Yes, it's on my website. Whoever has a website, like let's say you have your own website.
Yes.
And you download their ICI plugin on your website. Whoever goes on your website can see exclusive listings.
Okay, got it.
Everybody who has their own website, who's a member of ICI, can
Sample.
go to their website.
And how we are going to?
They're going to set it up on your website.
Okay.
I start with this first, the website first.
Pardon me?
Get the website first, then I can get the.
And one thing that affects me.
We supply the websites for $16.50.
Yeah.
They're free for 1 month. When you join, we help you with that.
Okay.
Excuse me. It's one thing you said, if we go to a banquet hall somewhere, you have 500 people and they all have your website on the phone. How that happen?
How does that happen?
Yeah.
When you talk with people, you know how sometimes you talk with people, your friends and your family, they say, how are you doing, by the way? Are you working? And what are you gonna tell them? I'll say, yeah, I work. I'm in real estate. And I have a special real estate app. You should put it on your phone. You are gonna start promoting it one-on-one. One-on-one through the whole year. And get everybody to put it on there. Okay? Good question. Did that help to answer your question, what he said?
Yes.
The other thing I say is that people that are not used to working information, you've never done it before. But once you start to think, all of a sudden, somebody's gonna say, you know, I'd like to buy a cottage, or I wanna maybe sell my piece of real estate. That's an opportunity for you. And you can cultivate that, ask them questions. And also, it gives you the power now that anybody you talk to, I would ask a very special question. I'm gonna give another question. This could be one of the best questions you ever ask anybody. Anybody you see, in one weekend, I did a show at the convention center, and people are walking up and down by my booth, and I had a booth with all the display, and I handing it everything out, promoting it to the public to call all the members like yourself. And I would ask the people as they walk by, I would be standing here and I would say, oh, by the way, are you looking to buy or sell any real estate in the next 1 to 5 years? That was it. And then, shut up. Right? Are you looking to buy or sell any real estate in the next 1 to 5 years? What a simple, short question.
They said no.
And the people, they came over to my booth and they said, as a matter of fact, I've got 3 properties for sale right now. Or somebody else says, you know, I'm thinking of buying a condo, and my son's buying a condo right now. I got 40 listings one weekend at this one show, 40. And I put them all in database number 2. I haven't told you about database number 2 yet. Database number 2 is our physical area. Does anybody know about that? I think you do, but I don't know if you people know about it. Database number 2? No? I'm going to show you here in a minute. We have a database number 2 that has 15,000 listings from the public in it. The public. We allow the public to post information free on the service, but the only people that can see the contact information are members. Would you like to see that? It's on your phone. Open up the app. Here we go. Open up the app. What is the 3rd choice down at the bottom? Not the 3rd one, the 4th one. What's the 4th? FSBO. Okay, and if you click on the FSBO and you do a search the database, what's the first listing?
42948.
No, what's it about? In Brampton, about something. They need 5,000 square feet of retail space. Look at that. That's a physical. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Go back and try again. Go back and try again.
Oh, so it's a.
So I have to go to the register.
So it's visa.
No.
It's visa.
Oh, you're, go back to the main screen of the app.
No, but I already registered my.
Oh, you're trying to put information in
Yeah,
to join,
yeah.
and you've got an error message.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look at that in a moment.
Whenever.
Oh, okay, hang on. 1 second, just let me check something. Oh, it's all gone. I will work with you one-on-one and fix you up after.
Yeah, I got
Okay, so I can get you going. It's possible that you might have been in the database from before, I'm not sure.
Might be, yes.
Okay, and that's part of the new problem we're having if somebody was in the database before.
I think so.
I think I have a way of getting you in, and I'm gonna do it on this other computer. But don't worry about that, just make an appointment with me. Make an appointment and I'll get you going. Okay? And I'm gonna welcome you aboard. If you're doing that, I'm welcoming you aboard now. Okay? If you're coming aboard. Just make an
Wait for
appointment.
server.
Pardon me?
Wait for server response.
I can't hear you. Your information is, it's okay. click on the close. And then what's that say? Did you already, can I see that information?
Everything.
Everything's done? Okay. You go down there, and did you put in your credit card? Oh, or did you put your credit card number in?
No.
It takes the credit card. If there's any problem signing up, just make an appointment with me and I'll give you a hand. Okay? Okay, you got it all. Okay, good show.
Like, I'm a slow learner, so
I'm
I have to
sorry?
get a hang of it first.
There's only one way to get a hang of it.
Says your information has been sent, please wait for the server to
We have
respond.
closed.
Okay. Try to click on OK.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's doing that right now. So I don't want you to worry about that. I'm going to check to see if it went through or not. I can do it after we're finished here tonight. Okay? There's still little issues. What's that? Oh, that's the receipt. Hang on 1 second. Bingo.
Oh, God.
So that one went through. Did you make your appointment?
I know.
Please make an appointment.
I don't have that wallet.
I need you to make an appointment before you leave. I don't want to let anybody leave. Oh, go to the app. And, okay, can I show everybody how to make an appointment? Even if you want more explanation later, I'm going to explain it, but you got to do it in an appointment. People, you have to understand one thing. If I have 1,000 brokers calling the office at one time, we cannot handle it. I'd have to have 4 people in the office, $160,000 a year would have to pay them. You would have to pay that. And then they're just going to make an appointment. So I want you to see what we're doing. You go right now to the app, if you don't mind. Just go to the app. And show me the app, just like this, on the main screen. Okay? Click on the word more. The third button down says log in. And what's the first thing on the page? Make an appointment. Click on it. Everybody click on it. And then you should have this 60 minutes. Okay, so yours went through? Congratulations. Hang on, let me get your card. Hang on. There
It's
you
the
go.
same card
Now
what I
I'm gonna
have.
do it again.
It's the same card what I have before, right?
I don't know.
Like I showed you.
It could be, yes, you've already got your card.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
And then I'm gonna show you how to log in to see all the discounts,
Okay,
which you haven't seen the discounts yet.
No.
No, I'm gonna show you how to do that.
okay, so what?
But please, just before we do that,
Okay.
click on 60 minutes, please, on the appointment. Even if you're not gonna make appointments, some of you, go here, I wanna show you how to do it.
Which one?
The login at the top.
Where are people?
Login is the third, login is the third one.
Login, yeah.
Login,
Yeah.
you got the login in 60 minutes?
More, yeah.
Now, go down the page and you're gonna see the days of the week.
Yes.
Everybody should see the days of the week.
Right.
Good, you're good, you're good. Let's see, you got it? Oh, yeah, you were getting it, you're getting it very good. You got the days of the week? No, you go to the top of the page, click on make an
I
appointment.
know.
Log in, third one down. Click on the first one, make an appointment.
You have a slot for 6 a.m.
Okay, everybody, okay.
So
I'm
ready for
gonna
the
explain that.
appointment, we have to see.
Who's,
your
anybody,
office.
early birds here? Are you an early bird? Okay, I like it.
For the appointment, do you have seen in your office or?
No. The appointment is conducted over the internet. 10 minutes before your time. Just let me show you. Watch the TV screen here. 1 second. Watch this. Do you see where it says up here at the top, make an appointment on the TV screen? What's this say right there? You click on that. And our 2 computers are going to connect. Okay?
Didn't hear that.
And then you can see my computer, and then I can switch it to see your computer. And I show you how to push the mouse, where to push the mouse, and what to do. It's beautiful. Everybody likes it. At one time, Rakesh, I used to do a group setting like this. It didn't work out. You know why? Because for some people, I was going too fast. For some people, I was going way too slow. I could never get it right. You try to wait for somebody and somebody else says, oh, yeah, I want to get going. So now we do everything one-on-one. And we go at your own pace. So if somebody is struggling a little bit, it's okay. We're going to help you through it. Because I know one thing. Once you know how to put the information on, it's beautiful. I have 1,000 members. By the way, I don't receive phone calls anymore. Because I'm asking everyone here, I know it sounds crazy, not to call me. Please do not call me. I know it sounds funny.
I want to cancel my subscription then.
You call me. You got me. You got me. Actually, just make an appointment, everyone. Just make an appointment. It's like a doctor's office. I'm like a doctor of the internet. I come into the office, like I do my first 3 appointments in the morning. I do them from my home office. And then I go to the office and I make my appointments the rest of the day.
So would you be ready for 7 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Every morning. If it's open, if it's available, you book it. You bet. I'm up, by the way, just so you know, I'm up at 5:30 every day. Now, I'm past my bedtime right now, just to let you know. I drank some extra coffee tonight. I really did. Because normally, I can go to sleep any place, Rakisha. If I visited you, I could fall asleep on a couch, just like that. And comfortably, I'm comfortable. I could sleep like a baby any place. You know, I play basketball 4 times a week. Senior men's basketball. I played Mississauga SS Martin School and also on Cawthron Community Center. And now I also play in some senior leagues basketball. I'm a big Raptors fan. Any Raptors fans here? Oh, we got some Raptors fans. Good. Should they get Davis or no?
They should.
Yeah.
What is wrong with that?
Okay. So how many people here have made an appointment so far? Okay, we've got 1 that made an appointment. How about the rest? You've got to make an appointment. Okay. Let's just keep going here. I'm just going to get through. I think we pretty well covered everything because just let me go through and make sure. There we go. This is what's in the PowerPoint so that you can get an idea what's in the PowerPoint here. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, there we are. We have another program here that we haven't told you about. You already got the VIP corporate card for discounts, but we now have another referral program. If you get someone to join the service in the future between now, don't forget, every one of you are getting 18 months service. Okay, 18 months for the 240. And you were sharp getting that right away. You were the first one to spot it. Anyone that you refer, you will get a discount on your renewal. Everyone's renewal for all members, 1,000 members, is $319, everyone. But if you refer somebody, your renewal is reduced to $240. But the person who joins must mention your name. To get them to mention your name, you tell them if they mention your name, they can join for $240, but for 1 year only. We are a society. These are little rules and things that we've set up to make sure it's good for everyone. If you get anybody more than 1 person joining, we add 3 months onto your membership for each one. So if you got 4 people joining, we're going to add on an extra year for you for 4 more people. That's what that is all about. You can read about more online. The other thing, triggering leads off your website, that's another way. But really, making sales, that's a really exciting one to do. Why is that not working? Okay. We recommend you have a minimum of 15 listings. Never let your listings go longer than 90 days. That's another reason some people didn't make money. They didn't update their listings. There's a responsibility, people, on all of you. A responsibility to keep your information fresh, up to date, okay? Because people don't like to see old information. But there's other brokers that do. I'm not going to explain how the older listings trigger leads right now. We're going to just move on here.
So are you going to set up on our website, which is already made?
Yes. What we do is in your first appointment, We're going to get you to order the widgets, and we're going to send an email of the instructions to you. You're going to forward that email to your website designer. We work with 30 website designers, everybody, Income, Web for Realty, everybody in the industry, Lone Wolf, everybody, we work with them all to get these widgets onto your website. Measure results every 90 days. Never let your membership go longer than 90 days without either doing a deal, but triggering leads is the bottom line. You might not be doing deals, but you should be triggering leads and trying to show property. And if you're doing that, then you're on the right track. It's just a matter of time. That's our educational YouTube channel. We're going to help you do all of these things. And what you can remember, Rakesh, for all of their benefit, if somebody's not making money for 90 days, you have them call us. Say, do a refresher with Gary. Then I'm going to go over and I'm going to say, how many listings do you have? And if I see you only got 2 listings, maybe you haven't learned how to work exclusive information. And so we're going to go over that with you to make sure you know how to do it. Big money being made with information. All the commercial brokers. 90% of the shopping centers in Ontario, they're not on real estate boards. 90% of the apartment buildings, they're not on real estate boards. Land, businesses, all kinds of things not on real estate boards. So there's a lot of money that can be made with that. You have the opportunity to do both. That's the beauty. This doesn't compete with MLS at all. When the cars were first invented, a Model T Ford, another car maker make another car. That was competition. But when somebody made a truck, that's different. We're just different. That's all. Okay, that's the seminar we do at real estate boards. There's some statistics that are going on. I haven't got into any of these programs that are on here, but some of these programs, I've got these programs right here. By the way, I have a question. If anybody in this room lost their computer or your computer broke and you went home tonight and the computer was broken and you couldn't use it, how many people here are in trouble? Okay. Dropbox. I want to explain this too. This is important because this can save you a lot of grief and aggravation. Dropbox, if my computer broke down there right now, I would ask, does anybody have a laptop computer I could use? Does anybody have a laptop right now? If I wanted one, you got one? You don't have to get it. I'm just asking. You can bring it over here within 2 minutes. I can log into Dropbox, and every file that's on that computer, it's in Dropbox. Isn't that wonderful? You should have it. Now, you don't have to have Dropbox. Did anybody ever hear of iCloud?
Yeah.
Who? Okay, which iCloud do you use? Because there's all kinds. Which one? Which company? You're using Apple? Apple? There's other iClouds. There's Samsung's got clouds. Everybody's got clouds. Adobe. You got Google. Okay, you can use those. What you do on your computer, I have a folder called Dropbox. And in this one folder, Dropbox, I put all my files for everything. Adobe files, PDF files, Excel spreadsheets, demographic, everything goes there. Not the program. The programs are in the Windows directory. Because if I drop my computer, you have to reinstall the programs on a computer. But Dropbox can be reloaded onto another computer like that. You just connect and it loads it up. It takes mine 24 hours to reload it. There's so many things. So the files, you save them there. Your accounting files, your Microsoft Word files, and whatever you do, you keep them in the Dropbox directory, and it automatically, when I save a file here, I don't even know, but it's saving it right into Dropbox on the internet. They call that the cloud.
Yeah, you have to buy the space, storage.
How much is the Apple space? Is it $5?
$1 something.
$1.
Yeah.
It's peanuts.
Yeah.
And it's going to save you. It'll save you. So I'm telling you now, the computers are going to crash. Everybody's computer someday, boom, it's just going to stop. And then you're going to, oh my God. I had one broker a long time ago, an appraiser. He had information that he entered for 2 years. And then this unfortunate thing happened. The computer, the hard drive got fried and he couldn't get it back. And he said, no problem, I'm going to restore it because he had a backup. The backup did not work. But if he had had the cloud, but the cloud wasn't there in those days. But it's here now. So that's the most important one up there. I can't talk about the rest. We don't have enough time. There's real estate apps. Everybody uses realtor.ca. Okay. Now, there's another website out there that you can have it on your computer. And if you put this on somebody's phone, they can click on your website, do a search, just like realtor.ca, find all the homes around them using a website that you could have. That's another website. What else do we got here? Commercial apps. I'm not going to go into that today. These are other instructors that are continuing on with this kind of a seminar, and they're doing seminars. And we have 3 people now, and we're going to have 3 more. We're going to have 6 people doing nothing but setting up appointments, going into offices all over Ontario, and we're spreading out to Florida. We did Florida last year. We're going to do Florida again in April. And we're doing real estate associations. We did the Brampton Real Estate Board. In fact, I think I came over from here and met you from there. And we're going to be doing more real estate boards as well. And you know something? There's the information on myself. Is there anybody interested in a course on commercial real estate? I think everyone should take the CI 101 course. It's about $1,500. I know it's a lot of money. It's going to be at the Ontario Real Estate Association, February 25th. But if you want to sell a lot of commercial real estate, consider taking that course. If you want to find out what's going on, you can open up the app. Watch this. Open up the app one more time, if you don't mind. And the second button on the screen, what does it say once you open up and click on more?
Kelly, I wanted to, sorry.
Even
I wanted to
Events. Click on events.
make appointment. What do I do now?
Okay, you go down and find the date.
I did that already.
Oh, then you
Just
did you
schedule event,
schedule event?
that's it?
Did you put your name and everything in?
Yes, I did. Yes, yes.
Does it give you? You should get an email of the date and everything too. I'll check before you leave.
Okay.
But please click on events, and you should see all of these events. These are, in fact, I even got your event on here. See here? You see it? Yeah, ICIWorld Sutton. Yeah. See there? You click on it, and then you're in there. And then all of this information comes up. Right? So you'll see upcoming events, and one of the upcoming events is that CI1 event. Talk to me afterwards if you want to learn more about that upcoming event. CIPS designation, that's this white one here. I'm very excited of connecting brokers all around the world real easy through this app. Okay, because they can enter information. They can be in Trinidad, they can be in Germany, they can be in Asia, in India, they could be any place in the world. And they can put their information on here, and it's sharing it with everyone else. It's beautiful.